Hello everyone and welcome to another design tutorial. I'm sure you're gonna love this one. We're using nice bright orange color and spider webs and spooky spiders. So please follow along with me and let's get started. For the first step, you're going to want to paint your nails a nice bright orange. I've chosen to use the OPI nail lacquer in Atomic Orange, and you're going to do 2 coats on your nail. Then you're going to take a white polish. I've chosen to use OPI nail lacquer in Alpine Snow, and you're going to paint a white stripe across the tip of your nail, right on an angle, almost like an angled French. You're going to do 2 coats of that and let that dry really well, and then you're ready to do our stamping design. For the first part, we're going to do the web at the top of the nail. And I've chosen to use the web that's on plate W214, part of my new series. Because the web is really big on this plate, I decided to do a half web. And I'm going to show you how you do this. Grab your black stamping polish, okay, and we're going to paint halfway through the design. I'm going to go through this first and show you without putting it on the nail, because I know it dries really fast, and then I'll go back and do it again. Just so you can see how you can line it up on the angle that you've already painted in white. Paint half of it like this, and then you're just going to scrape across so you don't get the other half of the web with polish, just like that. You're going to take your big end of your stamper and you're going to roll. And I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to match it up. You're going to line up, take off anything you want first, line up on the edge, the straight edge here, and the straight edge with your nail right close to your skin, and then you're gonna go roll all the way across. And the flat edge of your web should line up with the edge of your white and orange there. I'm going to do it now on my nail, and you can watch me do it again, but I'm gonna put it on the nail this time. Okay, so I'm just gonna paint straight across halfway. I'm gonna scrape away from me like that. Gonna roll it on my stamper, take off anything I don't want. I'm gonna turn it and line it up right on my edge, and then I'm gonna go right over top, just like that. And you should be able to match it up perfectly. See, the half edge of my web and the half edge of my white. And don't worry, we're gonna put a stripe of black there, so you're not even gonna see whatever you didn't match up. The next step is to put the spider on. And because my nails are long, I've chosen to use this big spider here on plate W234. But if your nails are shorter, you might want to go back to our original plate, which was W214, and use the really tiny spider up here by the skull. That would work too, and it will take up less room on your nail. Totally up to you. But I like this big spider because it had lots of detail in the legs and the body. Now, I'm going to put the spider down here, and I want the spider facing downwards, like as if he was coming right off the spider web and coming down on my nail. Okay, so we're still going to use our stamping color in black, and you're going to put that on the spider. Now, you can do this on all your nails. If you want to just do it on your thumb, that's fine too. Just going to scrape across. Totally up to you how you want to modify the design. And use a small end, just check it. And I'm going to turn him this way and just line him up in the bigger end of my nail here, right in the corner. Turn it this way so you can see, just like that. If you try to do him over here, you're probably going to run out of room. So just pick the biggest area and do your spider there. Now for the next step. I wanted to create a web coming, or I guess you would call it the web string that the spider has when they're creating their web, as he's falling down from the nail. So I did that with my Miji pen in black. And this is great for drawing really fine lines. Make sure when you're using your Miji pen, you squeeze out the air first before you do your design on your nail. And I'm just gonna squeeze right from his butt up towards the web, just like that. I don't want too thick of a line, just a really thin one, and that's about it. For the next step, you're gonna need a striper, or you could use your Miji pen, whatever you feel more comfortable with. I like the brush on the stripers because I find I can balance my hand a lot steadier sometimes when I have to do a long line instead of using my Miji pen. But whatever works for you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start from one end and go all the way to the other, separating the orange and the white on your nail. Okay, so I'm going to just start here, and be careful when you're using a striper because it has a tendency to drip from the top down your brush. You don't want a big glob of paint, so just keep an eye on that. Okay. Start in the corner and just carefully take your time. You can turn your nail as you do it if that's easier, and go right across. If you need to go back in and fill some things in, go ahead. Try not to make the line too thick. Okay, just like that. When I was looking at my design, I like it like this, but it needed a little extra to me. And so I decided to put a rhinestone right in the center of the web just to set it off and add a little bit of bling. Of course, you know me, I like my bling. Take your rhinestones and a pair of tweezers. And I usually just take the one I'm going to use out like that. You're going to take your top coat or your nail glue. This time I'm going to use my top coat. Nail glue does make it last longer. It's a little easier to put top coat over top because it does make it stick better, but both will work. Put your top coat where you want your rhinestone, okay? And then I have this little picker-upper, which you can get at beauty supply stores, or you can use a stick, or you can just pick it up with your tweezers and place it on, whatever works. But for this, I find it's a little easier for me. I'm gonna put a little top coat on the end here. I'm gonna pick up my rhinestone, see how easy that was? And I'm just gonna place it right where I put the drop of top coat and push it in, get it where you want it. And then you're gonna have to let that dry, and then you're gonna put your top coat over top. And remember, when you're using your top coat, ladies, to prevent bleeding of your image, you're just gonna go over your design once with lots on your brush. So I usually tend to go down the middle and then down each side. And then you're done. I hope you enjoyed doing this video with me. It's lots of fun. It's great. You've got a party to go to, or a school dance, or you just want something fun for the week of Halloween. It'll definitely get noticed. Let me know how it went, and thanks for watching. Happy stamping, everyone.